Welcome, everybody, back to the Fretboard Journal podcast. I'm your host, Jason Verlinde. Every week on this show, we talk to somebody fascinating from the world of guitars. It could be a player, it could be a builder, it could be you. I don't know. I can't thank you enough for tuning in. As I've been telling you for months now, our 2026 Fretboard Summit, which is our annual guitar festival, is taking place in just a few weeks now, August 20th to 22nd, 2026. At the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago. If you are in the area, please come. Registration is still open. There is still time to book your travel. If you want to come and just guitar shop, we will have tickets at the door where you can peruse all the vendors, nearly 100, some bigger brands like Collings, Martin, Yamaha, and Taylor, as well as the folks we champion in the pages of our magazine every issue who make, 1 to 10 guitars a year by hand. We celebrate all of these people. It's a magical weekend. I hope to see you there. And speaking of magical, today's guest, Maisy Owen, is a young singer-songwriter from Nashville who seems to just channel music that is far more timeless than anything that's being made today. Her story is incredible. She has a new record out on Tompkins Square, her debut record, which is called Dark on a Sunny Day. And she just seems to channel that British folk sound that Tompkins Square and I and the Fretboard Journal love so much. And added bonus, while she was in Seattle doing this interview, doing some press, we got to film her in the corner of our office where so many great artists have performed. And so that is on our YouTube channel right now if anybody wants to dig a little deeper. As I said, our summit is taking place in just a few weeks, and so many artists who we've been celebrating on this podcast are going to be there, including Hand Habits, Shane Parrish, Jake Xerxes Fussell, and so many others. We've got our Pinewood Derby coming back. We've got our Truth About Vintage Amps amp library you can go check out. We have all sorts of fun stuff going on. It's really a 3-ring circus of guitar geekdom around every corner. For folks who've never been before, the Old Town School of Folk Music is not one building, it's 2 buildings across the street from each other. And we fill pretty much every classroom, gallery space, and theater with something for you all. So all day long, you're going to be going from room to room, meeting people you've read about in the magazine or on this podcast. You're going to be seeing concerts. You're going to be able to touch and play hundreds of guitars, including many prototypes. It's a magical weekend. I got a note from somebody just yesterday asking me if it was a kind of thing they could attend by themselves without bringing a friend, if they'd feel weird about going solo. Within an hour or so, you're going to be meeting so many people you've heard about on this podcast or that you have something in common with. You're going to make a whole bunch of new friends. It really is kind of a summer camp vibe. So again, I hope to see a whole bunch of new faces at this year's summit. Fretboardsummit.org is how you can register. I want to thank our sponsors, Mike and Mike's Guitar Bar right here in Seattle, Washington, down the street from where I am sitting. It's one of my favorite stores in the entire world, filled with some of the friendliest people, and you should go check out all their offerings at Guitar Bar, as well as their Substack, which is filled with tons of great stories. And then we are also brought to you by our friends at Peghead Nation, my favorite instruction portal around. I am a customer on Peghead Nation. I don't know where else you're going to learn banjo from Danny Barnes, guitar from Matt Munisteri, or mandolin from our buddy John Reichman. They have an all-star roster, and it's super approachable. It's super fun. And if you use the discount code Fretboard when you check out, you will get your first month free. Those are my big announcements. Maisy Owen is our guest today. I hope you enjoy hearing about her, hearing about her story. I love talking to young artists. It's super fun. I also love talking to old artists. We do that all the time. And thanks as always for tuning in to all things that we do here at the Fretboard Journal, including all the podcasts, the magazine, and everything else we throw at you. I hope you enjoy this. Maisy, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So you just entertained us with 2 songs. I know you just did an in-store at Easy Street.
Yeah.
But for folks who are just getting word of you and your career and everything, like, you grew up in Nashville, right?
Yeah, I did.
And you were telling me your dad has lots of Fretboard Journal reader friends.
Yeah, he does.
So music is in the family?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I started playing viola when I was 9, and I went to a Waldorf school, which is really music and arts oriented. And then, yeah, my dad gigged a lot more when I was a kid, and we'd go see him at, like, I don't know, Brown's Diner or something in Nashville.
Your dad's like a professional musician. Like
He's
he's not messing around.
He just put out another album. Yeah. He's kind of constantly making stuff.
But growing up, were you just like immersed in the whole Nashville music scene?
He doesn't like playing in Nashville as much as he likes playing in other places, honestly. And I don't blame him. Playing in Nashville is kind of weird.
Yeah. But to grow up in Nashville, was it like the whole thing where like kids who grew up in Beverly Hills, like they know all the actors' kids and everything? Like, was that the case?
Not really, no. I definitely know like a couple people's kids, but I think that was more of a coincidence.
Okay.
It's more of like the Nashville community and not like the big fancy like red carpet community. It's more so just like the people that you see like have like a residency at, I don't know, the Springwater or Brown's Diner or something like that. It's like the people that are well known like within the community, but not necessarily like super famous people.
Yeah. And at what age do you take up guitar?
When I was about 13, I think, because I wanted to learn classic rock songs.
Okay. And now, a decade-ish later, like I hear like some British folk elements in what you're doing. Is that intentional or is that an influence?
So that's interesting because I started listening to Nick Drake when I was probably around when I started playing guitar. But I have never attempted to learn one of his songs. I've never covered one of them yet. And I didn't it's probably like a subconscious influence because while I was like halfway through recording this record, my dad told me that I should check out Berjanch. And then my producer, Robin Eaton, told me that I should check out Pentangle literally the same day. And so I've gotten really into that recently, but I didn't know a lot of it before the record was made.
Wow.
So I don't really know where that stuff comes from.
So you went from classic rock though to kind of just writing your own songs, and this is just sort of how it came to be.
I really just wanted to play AC/DC and impress my friends. When I was 13, I learned Thunderstruck. That was the original plan. I didn't really think I was going to write songs, and then that started happening like maybe a few years in once I had learned how to finger pick.
Yeah.
It kind of came together a little more.
Was there an electric guitar phase since you were trying to play Thunderstruck?
Yeah, I had a Gibson SG. My dad got it for me from McKay's, and I loved it. I played it a lot. I learned Europa. That was one of the first. I got like a minute and 30 seconds in, and then I gave up. It's hard. But yeah, I hadn't played it in a really long time. I'm pretty much only acoustic now.
But the finger style combined with songs, like were you exposed to like Elliott Smith or anyone?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My mom introduced me to Elliott Smith probably in the 7th or the 8th grade. And she was like, I think you're ready to handle this now. And it was like this great big day where she like unlocked a whole world of Elliott Smith. It was cool.
Wow. You do have a good music family where like you're not rebelling and you're listening to them.
I rebelled in the 7th grade with Katy Perry and then quickly realized that my life was miserable and went back to my roots.
That's awesome. And the guitar that you have right now, it's the only guitar I've seen you with. What is that?
It's a Recording King. My dad got it for me for my 15th birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, I love this thing.
And that's been the trusty guitar? Mm-hmm. So talk about the new record and like, it's your debut record. Like, where did you record it? What was the thought? You hadn't been exposed to British folk yet. We've established that.
Yeah, other than Nick Drake.
Yeah.
So in maybe like 2024, I decided that I was going to make a record and I didn't tell anyone. It was going to be a secret project. I was planning to release it without telling a soul and just like see what happened. And then naturally I like told people. And I was recording it myself on GarageBand on my dad's laptop. And I recorded something that I guess he liked. And so he said that I should get in touch with Robin Eaton, who's a friend of his, and that Robin had a studio and we could maybe like cut a few tracks. And around that same time, I met my boyfriend, Jordan Day, and he had listened to an iPhone demo I put out. And he was like, this is cool. Let's do a show together. And I was like, oh, no, I've never played a show before. I am so scared. And he was like, what do you mean you've never played a show before? So he booked us a show. And my dad invited Robin Eaton. And Robin really liked the show and was like, let's make an EP. And then we got started on that pretty much right away. Everything fell into place very nicely.
So what was playing your first ever show like?
Oh, it's terrifying. Yeah, I didn't open my eyes a single time. My best friend had to stay backstage so that I could see her, but the audience couldn't see her.
Okay.
There was maybe like 40 people there or something, but it was like a tiny room, so it felt like really packed. And yeah, I was so scared. I like blacked out when I was playing. It felt like I opened my eyes and my set was done, and I was like, oh, that was awesome. And then I got really drunk afterward.
That's okay.
Yeah.
How are you with shows now?
I absolutely love it.
Okay.
Yeah. Not getting drunk anymore at all.
Good.
And opening my eyes usually. Yeah, I like really thoroughly enjoy it now. It's just a weird thing to do for the first time, you know?
Well, and it's weird that like you can recount the exact day, which was not that long ago.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
You're how old?
23.
23. So yeah, so it wasn't that long ago.
No, it was like a year and a half ago, maybe getting close to 2 years, maybe. It's all just happened like super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you did the EP, or you talked about doing the EP.
Yeah. And so we had 6 songs. We were wrapping it up. And then I was at Vinyl Tap with my friend Carly, and one of the guys from the studio just happened to be there, and he invited us to a party that was happening at the studio. And they were wrapping up a project at Club Roar. And so we pulled up to the party, we were hanging out, and the producer on that project, James Russell, asked me to play him a song. So I played him It All Ends the Same. We went in the control room because the party was loud. And he was like, just stay right here. Let's just like cut this really quick. And so he mic'd me up, and we just took the first take of that song. And I sang some oohs, I played electric bass, I played upright bass, sang some harmonies, and then he played some piano. And then we were like, oh, this is actually really good. We should put this on. So then we had 7 songs. And
so
then
It's All Ends on the album is just like there's a party going on 10 feet away?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a 4 a.m. impromptu recording at the studio that James Russell produced and engineered, just spur of the moment.
That's my favorite song on the record.
I love that one. I wasn't going to put it on there either because I already had a demo released. So I'm so glad we got to do it. It's
hilarious.
only 2 chords, or technically 1 chord, pretty much.
What it just yeah.
It's the whole song, just
Yeah.
finger picked.
Yeah.
It's like super simple.
That is hilarious though. And then did you leave and like go back to the party and like nothing happened?
By the time we were done, everybody had left. Like we left the studio at like 5 a.m. and we were just like all wiped. And then I asked Rob, and I was like, hey, like check this out. Like I'd really like to add this on. And he was down with it, and James was down with it. So then we had a 7-song EP, and we just kind of were shopping it around. And then when I met Josh from Tompkins Square, he obviously wanted to make vinyl. So he said to do an 8th track. And that last track we did was The Rest of Me.
So were you aware of Tompkins Square and that whole world before all this happened?
I like never even like dreamed of being signed to a label. Like this was all so, it just like all happened so fast, and it was so like DIY. I was gonna like put it out myself on DistroKid, see what happened. I was just excited that like anyone was interested in it. And then Robin was like, well, we should shop this to labels. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. But we sent it around to some people, and then I sent it to Rob Bleetstein. I'm sending it to like all of my dad's friends because you never know. And Bleetstein had come into town previously to catch one of my shows, and then it rained. It was an outdoor show. And so we just had dinner together, and he was kind of like, oh, I'll offer you like a helping hand. Like, I like what you're doing. I'll make sure you don't end up with any like, can I cuss?
Yeah, for sure.
I was going to say shitty people because there's a lot of those. But we kind of had like him in our back pocket. So I was like, oh yeah, let's send the record to Rob. Like he said he wanted to hear it. And then Rob asked for permission to send it to friends and stuff. I was like, sure, whatever. So he sent it to Josh. He said he felt like it would be a perfect fit for Tompkins Square. And then Josh got in touch like a day later, and then was in Nashville 2 days later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. Mm-hmm. How is we're talking about a relatively short period of time, but like in the last couple of years, do you feel like your guitar playing has evolved or changed much? Or are you like
a lot, yeah. Because for a while, there was only one finger picking pattern that I knew.
Okay.
And that's just that 2-finger pattern.
Yeah.
And I just like, the more that I'm writing, I kind of have a thing where the record uses a lot of the same finger picking techniques, but as I'm kind of moving forward, I really want every song to have a pattern that's unique to it, like a really unique guitar part. So I've just been coming up with different picking patterns for like almost every song, which I feel like has helped my guitar playing tremendously.
Does that right hand stuff come naturally to you, or is it like a struggle?
It feels like it does.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
It's pretty. Some of the like syncopated stuff is weird because my brain views things as like a cyclical pattern. So like having like a little pause, like like that type of thing.
Yeah.
That took me like an entire day of sitting down just to get the pause down. But when it comes to like dexterity, I feel like I can move my hand pretty fast and not sweat it, I guess.
Yeah.
Not really sure how or why, but yeah.
Are you doing the thing that you're not a British folk singer, but like, are you changing tunings at all and doing any of that stuff yet?
I haven't experimented with that yet. And actually the other day, my dad was like, oh, I've got something really cool to show you. And I was like, oh, great. And he was like, but now's not the time. And I was like, well, what is it? And he said, it's really cool tuning, but you don't need that now. You need to wait. And I was like, why? He was like, because you're going to write a bunch of shit in this weird tuning, and then you're going to go to your gigs, and you're just going to waste everybody's time, like, retuning your guitar. He said, you need to do this when you have downtime. He said, I'll show you later. It's like, okay.
Your parents crack me up. They're like,
They're awesome.
They're like sharing the information, but they're like leaking it slowly.
Yeah, no, for real. It's the right time now for Elliott Smith.
That's awesome. What is life like in Nashville as like first album came out, but like do you have other jobs? Like, what are you doing?
I do a lot of things. I feel like, well, for a while I had like 4 bar jobs, but that was burning me out. And I also like kind of don't like bartending anymore now that I've experienced what I've experienced recently, like being able to gig and make a little money off of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bartend like 3 nights a week. I model at various colleges for painting and drawing and
cool.
whatever classes. I've done like photo sessions. I'll do like random odd jobs, I might DoorDash. I might pick up a catering job. I've been thinking about that. But mostly like I don't want to dedicate time and energy toward those types of things. Like I just want to gig. I just want to travel. I just want to write songs. So when I'm bartending, I'm kind of like the shittiest bartender ever right now. I'm like, hey, what do you want? Is it good? No, I haven't tried it. Do you want it? Like, I'm not. Like, sometimes, like, I'll have a nice conversation with someone, but I'm just really over, like, everyone in the food industry is so, like, they're pursuing management or something like that.
Sure.
I'm like, I don't care about this anymore.
Yeah.
I've seen the other side, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, you've gotten out of town, and playing music is pretty magical.
Yeah.
How this album came out, are you constantly writing new songs? Like, is there a whole nother batch of songs that most of the world hasn't heard yet?
Yeah, I honestly gig with a lot of new songs now just because the album's fairly short and I play it really often. I've been playing it for so long. So I kind of always throw like a few new songs into the set. I go through phases where I write a bunch and then maybe have like a month or something where I don't write anything. But recently I think I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4... I've got like 6 new ones recently. They've just been happening. I'm not sure why, but I'm loving it.
That's awesome. Do you have like a process that you go through where you like sit down with a notepad or a voice memo or anything, or no?
It either starts with like, okay, let me backtrack. When I go about my day, I just write down my random thoughts, like any lines that I think are good. I just have a big journal on my phone that I keep track of lyrics and ideas. And not with the intention of them becoming songs, like a lot of them don't, just because I like to write. And then I'll find a weird chord when I'm practicing or kind of come up with a new finger picking pattern. And then I just kind of start humming sounds and then ideas. Usually it happens when I'm like horribly, horribly stressed out or when I have a dream about a song, which 2 of the more new songs are dream songs, which is fun.
That is cool. And are you able to... do you have like a writing space at home or do you have to...
My couch.
Yeah, here
I just
comes.
post up in my living room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So we were just talking before we were rolling, like you are doing some touring this summer. Mm-hmm. So we heard you just solo guitar, acoustic. Is it like full band for any of these?
Nope.
Or it's always just
It's
you?
always solo. I don't really like to play with a band. I have it like maybe twice. I feel like my guitar parts are really important to the song. Like the song is not the same without the guitar part. It's equal to me as the vocals. It's not like backing myself up. It's 50-50. Yeah. And I feel like when you add a band, it just kind of drowns it out. Like another guitar player drowns it out. And also I play a lot of weird time signatures, and I kind of like take and borrow beats from different measures and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like a hellscape for any drummer.
Yeah, of course.
Which I didn't even notice I was doing that until the first time I played with the band. And they were like, oh yeah, she's coming in on the 2.5 every time. And I was like, what does that mean? But yeah, no, always me solo.
So when you signed to Tompkins Square Records, do they give you like a grab bag of stuff like to listen to? And was it like mind altering to hear all the stuff that Josh has put out?
Yeah, no, I got a full box. I checked out Marin Bradley first, and she's so good. And then Gwennifer Raymond, I love her.
Yeah.
Josh sent over just a 45, and one side was guitar, one side was banjo, and I listened to it so many times, and then I listened to it slowed down so many times just to like really hear all the intricacies of it. I got the Charlie Lubin Murder Ballads CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the book, Record Store of the Mind, I think it's called.
Okay. Oh yeah, Josh's book. Yeah.
Yeah. And that turned me on to, Tia Blake. I hadn't heard of her before. And I love the Folk Songs and Ballads record. There was a lot of stuff I found in that book.
I mean, Josh has created this whole universe of recordings.
Ron Davies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, I have like a whole playlist because every time he'd mention something, I would like, okay, gonna check this out, gonna really do my homework.
Yeah.
And I loved like all of it.
Do you try to cover any of that stuff or no?
I'm not super big on covers. But I think that's something I get from my dad because he's always like, he's really big into songwriting, and he generally will say like, why do I want to hear you play someone else's song? Like, show me what you wrote. And so I have a little bit of a bias about covers, I think. But every time that I have learned to cover, it's taught me so much, and it's been really productive for my guitar playing and just like my writing style and everything. So I definitely need to do it more often. I'm aware of that.
So how is it when your dad is a songwriter and you're like taking up acoustic guitar and starting to write songs? Like, are you sheepish about showing him what you're doing, or is you guys have just like a tight knit family where you're showing him songs and he's giving you feedback and kind of like?
Probably both.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say sheepish because like I will not show him something unless I can like totally stand behind it.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm very good at editing myself, like when it comes to lyrics. Like I will rewrite something so many times if it's been said before, if I feel like it's a cliche or like, because I already know what feedback he's going to give me before I go. Mm-hmm. So I'm like definitely nervous to show him a song, but I also will not show it to the public until I've showed it to him and he's given me like a solid opinion.
Does he usually have good advice?
Very good advice.
Wow.
Yeah. Like little things like I should try to do more with the bass notes at this part of the song, or like this line is like a cliche and I can do better, or like, I don't know, stuff like that. He'll never like tell me what to change, but he'll tell me like, you should try this, or you should rework this section or something like that.
Has he ever told you like, just give up on this song?
Not point blank. I definitely take it like that sometimes. He'll be like, that one's not one of your best. And I'm like, okay, scrapped. Or I'll play him something that I've scrapped and he'll be like, no, that's really good. And then one of those songs literally ended up on the record.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to say which one though, because I don't want to shit talk it.
Does he play with you too or no? Wow.
We played together when I first started learning guitar, mostly just me strumming D minor and him doing Neil Young riffs because it was really fun for 13-year-old me. Yeah. Because I love Neil Young.
Totally.
But yeah.
And your mom, she's obviously hip to Elliott Smith, is into music as well.
Yeah, my mom, she would claim that she's not musical, but she has a beautiful voice. And when she sits down and plays piano, even though she claims to not know how to play piano, it is mesmerizing.
Wow.
Yeah, and she has great music taste.
So do you like Nashville today? I know a lot of people in like more of the bluegrass leaning side. I don't know any country superstars, but do you have a music community in Nashville where you like see each other at the same venues or anything? Or are you kind of a lone wolf?
I definitely have people whose music I really like and respect that I like will make an effort to go to their shows. They'll come to my shows. We'll play shows together. And there's like certain venues where you will kind of always see someone that you know.
Yeah.
I stay away from Broadway. I stay away from Music Row. I stay away from writers' rounds. I stay away from open mics. But like the 5 Spot, Brown's Diner, Betty's Grill, Springwater, The Basement, D's. I mean, there's a lot of really good spots to hear music. Do you hang out in
guitar stores or no?
The money situation nowadays that I'm like doing this is so bad and my rent is so expensive. I already have 3 guitars. I do not need more.
Yeah.
I got a beautiful 70s Yamaha 12-string.
Oh, cool.
My dad found it in a pawn shop and I was like, hold on, let me get the cash. Like, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And I've been messing around with the 12-string and I love that. And then I have a little classical for nighttime practicing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not need any more, even though it calls to me, but.
You haven't recorded with the 12-string yet?
Not yet, but this next project, I'm planning on putting a 12-string song on there.
Oh, cool.
It's weird learning finger picking on the 12-string. It's so gratifying when you can nail it. It sounds beautiful, but it's a little harder. You gotta pick with the meat of your finger instead of the nail. Otherwise, one of the strings rings out more than the other.
Yeah. So another project meaning another record or something else?
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but we're definitely going to put out more stuff and there will be 12-string.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, Maisy, thank you for doing this.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
I love your first album and I can't wait to hear more.
Thank you.
All right. That was my chat with Maisy Owen. I hope you enjoyed hearing about her story. The album is spectacular, so please go check that out on any streaming platform you want. And thanks, as always, to our friends at Tompkins Square for putting out so much good music that just speaks to me so much. Thanks, Josh. Till next time.